let's say I'm a seminary student and I'm sitting in a class and, I'm sitting in my hermeneutics class. What is the kind of language that I might hear in that class that is going to tell me how my professor is instructing me to interpret the scripture?
So I think what you'll start to see is look for language that emphasizes perspective and lens over authority and, the authority of the text. The words like the text has authority, or the text has meaning that transcends, or language like that. Or if responses to your, hey, this is what the text is. Well, that's your cultural lens. What about somebody else? And if they start pushing back on certain things, you'll realize everything becomes cultural lens. Because you got to understand, there's a right place for that. Yes, we all have cultural bias. No one's arguing against that. But the question is, does cultural bias mean that the text itself has no transracial, transcultural, transpolitical, transgender, whatever, not that word, that one doesn't work very well, meaning, right?
Yeah.
And so I think actually this document has a lot of those buzzwords in it. It just does a terrible job of clarifying how these ideas are being reconciled. It's affirming multiple things that are irreconcilable on their face of how they've done it in this document, if that makes sense. So maybe they can be, maybe there's clarifying comments that could be done, but I don't see them in this document. But if students were to read this and some of the language there, I think looking at those words that they use there, the language of culture and context and, contextual theology, those sort of things, I think they'd start to say, okay, red flags, let me start to listen now.